Hey everybody, thought I'd did a bit of a look-see kind of video on my Edelbrock Performer carburetor. My old one finally gave up the ghost, and after messing with it God knows how many times, I decided to throw in the towel, and luckily my saint of a mother, she forked me over the money and I was able to get a new one. Love you, Ma, if you ever see this video. Anyway, this is a Edelbrock Performer carburetor, like I said. This is a model 1405 600 CFM manual choke, non-emissions. So if you're running emissions equipment, this carburetor does not support it. But there's ways to work around it. But then again, most of us hot rodders, we don't run emissions equipment. We like to give the proverbial up, this kind of finger to the tree huggers. But anyway, this is a square bore flange, and what that means is, for those of you who like to run, or used to run quadrajet carburetors, or the thermoquad 4-barrel carburetors for like Chevy or Chrysler engines, those are spread bore. And basically, what that means is the bottom of the carburetor, a square bore carburetor, the bottom of the carburetor makes roughly a square. A spread bore carburetor, the secondaries are big honking little buggers. They're probably, in the case of my thermoquad, they're about that big. Then they're different. They spread the bore out, hence the term spread bore. But I thought I'd do a little bit of a look through. Carburetor comes with gaskets, throttle step, plug, all that. A fuel filter. This is a 3/8 fuel filter. It says you have to put this on in order for the warranty to work. I don't know how they'd actually check that, but But this is the carburetor. Get it out of the box here. Oh, you'll have to forgive the mess. I live loose and fancy free. Now, hang on a second. I'm gonna get this out of the packaging in a second. Alright, we're back. One thing to note about the manual choke versions, I don't know if this is a new update or if this is part of the manual choke versions. But as you can see, this is not your traditional choke plate. In the center, there is a little, I don't know what you call it. Oh, notice that you push down on it and it opens up right there in the center. My guess is, that way, manual choke, you can close the choke all the way, and when you start the engine, it'll automatically pull this down and allow air to come in to the carburetor. Now, this 1405 is a brand spanking new carburetor. It is not remanufactured. And another thing, I've been told these carburetors are set dead ass lean from the factory. So when you get them, I'm going to do it myself. A good rule of thumb is to turn them in until they stop, then back them out 3 whole turns. Another thing, fuel pressure. These carburetors, even though they say they can handle 6.5 pounds of pressure, I've been told from a good friend of mine that these carburetors run real happy around 4.5 pounds of pressure, even 5. If you're going off-road, I think I posted a video of this, I'll have to double check, but if you go off-road, turn your fuel pressure down to like 1 pound. That way the fuel just barely comes in. But I'm going to flip it around, or upside down anyway. Yeah, that's a square bore, as you can see. It makes a square. Now, some of you are saying, well, I'd like to run electric choke. I've got an electric choke from the previous edelbrock carburetor. All you have to do is remove this plug here, and then you put these, holding the camera in the wrong damn direction. There's 4 screws here that you bolt the electric choke into, and then it simply hooks up to this, and you remove this bracket right here. That's all you do to convert it. But anyway, I thought I'd do a little look-see video to show the differences between a manual choke version and an electric choke version. Now, if you've seen my rebuild videos, that was an electric choke version. And I just got this because, you know, it's a hell of a lot cheaper than the electric choke version, and I can easily put an electric choke on it if I wanted to. But I don't know, I got a choke cable, I might just leave it as a manual choke. A lot easier to control it that way. But anyway, hope y'all like this video. I'll do a video tomorrow on installing this carburetor. And if you like this one and all my others, give it a thumbs up. I encourage you to subscribe to my channel, because there's a lot of good how-to videos and other good stuff on there. Especially a few of them that seem to get the views seem to keep climbing. But oh, one more thing. Your vacuum ports. Do the back first. This is normally used for like your brake booster. If you use your brake booster off your intake manifold, there's a plug that comes in the kit. Put that plug in there. Now, this is for your PCV valve. Now, this one right here is manifold vacuum. This is ported or timed vacuum. If you have an automatic transmission as a vacuum modulator, you want to hook it to this one. Or, now I'm probably going to get a lot of backlash for this one, but you can also run your distributor off a manifold vacuum. I've run that off of mine, and it didn't have too many problems with it to run like that. But right here, this is ported or timed vacuum. This is typically what you hook your distributor up to. But yeah, that's all pretty much it. Hope y'all enjoy the video. Once again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. Have a good day. God bless.